I'm going to show you the exact Google Ads consultation that we used with CanWest Concrete to help them cut their cost per lead by 55% and more than double the number of leads that they were getting from Google Ads. Hey, this is John Horn from Stub Group. We're a top premier Google partner, digital advertising agency, and we help businesses dominate Google Ads and make money online. And if you're running Google Ads for your business, you're probably wondering, how do I get more leads and orders? How do I cut wasted ad spend? How do I find new areas of growth to find new customers to grow my business? And those are some of the most common pain points that businesses have when they reach out to Stub Group and have us do our free Google Ads consultation with them. And that's exactly what CanWest was concerned about when they reached out to us and said, please look at the good, the bad, and the ugly of what we're doing and see if there's ways that we can improve. So let me tell you about our free Google Ads consultation process. I'm going to actually show you exactly what we did for CanWest in particular, and then we can talk about how we can do this for you. First of all, it's really important to know that our consult is not some automated grader tool where we're just running an algorithm and saying, oh, you've got a B+ or an A- or something like that. Now, this is a very, very customized evaluation of exactly what your goals are and what your account is doing. So the first step is a conversation between our team and yours where we want to understand what are your pain points, what does success look like to you, and what makes you unique from your competitors so that we could leverage that to help you stand out in the marketplace and continue growing your business. And so then we take that information and our experts sit down and do a deep dive through your Google Ads account, looking at everything and seeing, okay, what can be done better? What is being doing well? Maybe you could double down upon it. And what are, again, those areas of growth that are custom tailored to your pain points, your goals, and your unique business. So come on, let me show you exactly what we did for CanWest Concrete. So here's the findings that we presented to them. And the amount of findings obviously depend upon how much is going on in your account, how much there is to look through, how much we're finding that needs to be changed. Usually we end up with a document somewhere between 10 and 20 pages. I think this particular document ended up at about 26 pages because we found a lot of areas for improvement. And so I say that to show you that, again, this is a significant, serious effort that we put into really digging into your situation and seeing how can we help. So we are looking at all sorts of different things. We're looking at performance tracking to see, are you tracking things correctly? Are you tracking things comprehensively? Because if you're missing any tracking or if there's wrong tracking, you are missing the opportunity to know what's working well, what's not working well, and to allow Google to optimize towards those things. We're looking at things like phone call tracking. Are you tracking phone calls, form submissions, chats, etc.? What attribution models are you using? All sorts of things related to that. Then we also take a look at your website and your landing pages. Are they loading slowly? That can be a problem. That can really massively hurt your conversion rate. So we're looking at things like that. We're looking at ideas to help you improve the conversion rate on your website. If there's obvious, blunders or mistakes or friction points that we see, or we see, oh, you should create landing pages related to these keywords because they're doing well and you could double down on that. Things like that we're looking at as we evaluate and make recommendations to you. Then we're also looking at opportunities. Again, how can you improve your conversion rate? For example, could you add chat to your website or phone numbers? Basically, we're looking at things from the perspective of a potential customer with a fresh pair of eyes and saying, what could you do to get more people reaching out to you and taking the action that you want them to take? Then we're looking at where are you actually spending money within Google? What types of campaigns? Do those campaigns make sense? We are looking at devices. How much are you spending on mobile versus computers versus tablets? How are they performing across those different devices? And are there ways that we can learn from that to improve performance for you? We're looking at things like ad schedule, rotation, geographic targeting. This is one area for CanWest. We found that there was some waste in country that they didn't even want to target, but they were showing their ads to. We look at language targeting. We look at keywords and placements and bids. So what types of match types are you using? We're looking at search terms to see, are they relevant? So for example, for CanWest, we saw that the very broad term Bobcat, which really wasn't particularly relevant to their business, it's just too broad. They'd spent $473 on that and had 0 conversions. So hey, wasted ad spend, boom, right there. We can cut that out and start saving money right off the bat. Then we're also looking at new keyword ideas. Are there things that you're not going after right now that you could be that are relevant to your business? For CanWest, we found a bunch of different ideas there. We're looking at negative keywords to see, are you excluding too much traffic? Maybe somebody got too aggressive with adding negative keywords to your account and you are missing out on relevant traffic, or vice versa. Are there additional negative keywords that need to be added to further sculpt the traffic that you're getting to your website? We look at bid strategy. So one big thing we saw for CanWest was that they were using something called target impression share, which really wasn't matching with their goals and with optimizing towards what was actually converting for them. And so we were able to make recommendations there about smarter bidding strategies to better effectively accomplish their goals. We look at ad copy and then analyze, hey, what are we seeing? Are you using the right ad types? Are you using good ad copy? What's your ad strength look like? All sorts of things like that. We're looking at ad extensions. They used to be called extensions, now they're called assets, but these are things you can add on top of your ads. Site links, location extensions, call assets, etc. And we're looking to see, are you using the correct ones? Are there new ones you can add? One thing that we see often is that Google will automatically add some extensions, but they don't look good. Maybe they're like, random bits of text that Google automatically pulled from your website. And so we'll find things like that and tell you that they need to be fixed. We look at things like Google Shopping. Obviously, if it's an e-commerce website, we're going to dig into the product feed and shopping campaigns. In this particular case, we were able to recommend, hey, they do sell some products through their website, so we could explore shopping campaigns for you to actually sell those products. Then we look at remarketing to see what's the remarketing strategy. Are you leveraging existing customer audience data? Are you leveraging and layering on remarketing lists to your search ads campaigns, so forth and so on. Really, what are you doing to follow up with people who've been to your website but haven't placed an order or filled out a form or placed a phone call yet? And then we're looking for growth and performance improvement opportunities. What kind of impression share are you getting? Are you missing out on a lot due to ad rank, due to limited budget? Are there new campaign ideas or platforms you could leverage, like YouTube, like dynamic search ads, like Microsoft advertising, so forth and so on? So you can see it, very detailed audit, very detailed approach, and then what we do is we actually walk through this with you in a follow-up conversation to explain things, to answer questions, and to talk through what it would look like if you hired us to do this for you. So if you need help with Google Ads, if this looks helpful to you, if you want to try to achieve results like we achieved for CanWest and so many other clients, please reach out through our website, stubgroup.com. We would love to get that free consultation scheduled with you and see what we can do to help you improve the results that you're driving from Google Ads.
Hey, do you want to dominate Google Ads and grow your business? Subscribe to this channel and we'll help you learn how. You see, we've made almost $500 million for our clients from Google Ads. In fact, according to Google, Stub Group is one of the best performing Google partners in the world. Subscribe to our channel for more videos like the one you just watched and learn how to dominate Google Ads, increase profits, and grow your business too. And check out the description below for your own free Google Ads profit plan, customized for your business. Thanks.